Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some more tips about starting your own business. So I recently made a video about like how to start your own business for beginners, and I asked you guys in that video if you wanted to see more. If you guys like this series, please give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment box if you have any questions, if there's any more information you need, or anything else you'd like for me to talk about. Don't be shy. A video on the tax side of things. So I am just getting started. I recently met with my tax person, the person that files my taxes. I recently met with them to kind of just talk about how I'm going to go about this regarding taxes and everything for my business, because before what I was doing was, if you guys don't know, YouTubers have to also file taxes. When we get paid through Google doesn't take any taxes out. So we actually owe every single year. Now with my business, how are we gonna go about doing that separately? I would highly recommend that you talk to somebody, whether you have your own tax person or just seek some financial advice regarding this topic. If you should kind of do your taxes all together, if you should separate them, I would definitely recommend talking to a professional, because they're going to tell you what is best for your business, and it's going to depend on how much you've made and stuff like that. So I would recommend talking to somebody about that. So what I did for my business is I'm under a sole proprietorship. I'm not under an LLC. So I highly recommend you guys just go for a sole proprietorship. Don't go in jumping into an LLC. I personally don't feel you need that until you make a lot of money, because here in California you have to pay I believe $800 fee every year for being an LLC. It just kind of doesn't make sense if you're not making a lot of money. And also, I mean, I don't own a home, I don't own a car, I'm still paying my car payments, so you know, I don't necessarily need it yet in this step. So I would recommend doing your research. In my situation, what I have to do is, because you guys know, for me, I am buying wholesale and then I resell. So when I buy wholesale from my vendor, I don't pay taxes. So I have to pay taxes on what I'm buying from my wholesaler, and I have to pay taxes again on where I'm, like when I ship to you guys or wherever you guys are located, wherever your clients or your customers are located, you have to pay tax in their area as well. So some things that I can recommend is make sure that you have your seller's permit. If you need a business license in your city, I recommend you look into getting that. And I also can recommend getting an EIN number, which is like the individual tax ID for your business. So that's kind of like when I say like to do things legally, those are kind of like the steps you need. I would definitely double check with your county, with your state, the city you live in. I would double check with all that first to see if you're doing it correctly for your region. I would recommend getting all of that together, because that is what I use to file my taxes. And personally, what I use is a website for my business. I use Shopify, so I'm actually able to see how much money I've made in a certain period of time. So I don't have to keep up with it manually. I'm able to just go into Shopify and check and see how much money I've made. And there I can also track where my customers are, so I can calculate taxes for each one of my customers and where they're at. And every single time that I buy something for my business, I keep the receipt. I have a little Excel sheet that I make that tells me what I've spent, where I spent it. I save the receipts. So I can keep track of how much money I'm spending and how much money I'm putting into my business. So whether you can use that for write-offs or not, that'll be up to your advisor, but you're able to make sure that you're keeping track. And if you do get audited, you do need to show proof. So you do need to have receipts. You do need to have a like total how much money you've made. You do need to have all of that. So make sure that you're keeping track. Now, of course, when it gets bigger, you might want to hire somebody like a bookkeeper or something, but usually if you're small like I am, I definitely can do it all on my own. Again, with the help of my advisor, because they will tell you the forms you need to fill out for your business, because you need to find out if you should be filing quarterly, which most of the time small businesses do, but file quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. And that's why like I was kind of hesitant to make this video, just because it's kind of like up to the individual, up to the financial advice you get from your accountant. It kind of depends on a lot of things. It's not necessarily like if you are a small business, this is the steps that you take. And one more thing I can talk about is someone said, how long did it take for you to get a return on your initial investment? But to be honest, since you have to pay taxes, right? You have to pay your taxes. That's going to take a huge chunk out of how much you've made, because you have to pay taxes on it. So it's kind of the same concept as you get a paycheck from work and then they tax it. This kind of does take into consideration of how much your total, what you get at the end of the day. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure you guys share and let me know what you'd like to see moving forward regarding the starting your own business type of videos here on my channel. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.